as something that was like a turning point?
It's youth
Mm.
against the BDP at all costs. I was in the BDP. It explains everything.
Everyone hated
You know, everybody would hate you because they would think you are with the leadership, despite anything that you do to show them that.
What?
Hey, leaders!
Melara.
I'm good.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
He's the incoming mayor of Gaborone.
But you know, I got fired from the party because I was writing open letters all over media.
You got fired?
Yeah, I was threatening the Minister of Tertiary Education by then, telling him that I'm gonna decampaign him. I was that radical kid.
So they treated you like how they treated Edwin.
Who's Edwin?
You know who Edwin is?
Which one?
The one south.
Edwin Malusi, the soccer player.
No, the one who was the Minister of Health.
Minister of Health. I would call the Minister of Finance to come here.
Peggy.
And actually share with you what actually transpired. Then
you know I know her daughters.
Yeah, I know.
You want to see the deal? Okay, fine. I'm gonna let that question go.
All right.
Okay, now it's like Aladdin, you know, in the Dictator, that movie. It's like you. You're Jewish? Wait. What was the question? Do you have nuclear weapons? I can't hear you. Sorry. I go to the next question.
That's why
I can't scam people. I do social work, my man.
Oh, you are crazy. You think you're Mahatma Gandhi?
No, I'm not Mahatma Gandhi.
Then what the fuck are you talking about?
I try to be a good person, that's all. Why do you think I didn't join politics? Nah, politics is very dirty, my man.
No, the people are lying to you.
What do you mean?
Politics is very good.
Me, I can't, my man. I can't scam people.
It's not scamming.
You know, even when I had someone's pencil, just a pencil, and if I haven't returned it, I can't sleep at night. So I can't take what's not mine. Okay. All right, welcome back. We are back from the rally. Hey, yesterday you took my whole day, my man. So we are back with Honorable Shawn Mnindwa, my former colleague, and we're going to continue. The main part of our podcast was supposed to be the painting, which we couldn't do at the rally. So we've come here in our makeshift studio to do the painting, and since it's lunchtime, we're going to start off with some lunch. You're hungry, Shawn?
Hell yeah.
So let's munch. What do we have here?
Are we lunching and painting or?
We are lunching first and then painting.
Oh Lord.
Oh, you want to paint first and then lunch?
No, I'm hungry. I told you when
exactly.
I came.
Let's eat.
I wanted to go get food and then you said I shouldn't.
I don't want to give these people a free promo, so we are hiding the thing. We're hiding the logo, you know. We're like, I'm gonna blare the logos. No one's getting a free promo. There's a lot of beggars. Remove something for yourself.
Why did you buy a lot of beggars like this?
Because I didn't know what you were gonna like.
Yeah, toss one.
Yeah.
Across the studio.
Yeah. To the cameraman. Yeah, there you go. And this one's for you.
I should toss one to the.
This one there's only two. You can toss yours if you want.
Why didn't you get dunked ones?
It is dunked one.
Oh no,
this one is dunked ones. That one is dunked.
I've developed some kind of fetish for dunked shit.
Why are you saying it like it's a fetish? It's not a fetish, my man. It's just a taste. Now when you say fetish, I don't know where you're going with it. Because
you gotta have a big brand like this.
They didn't, you know, the road safety thing we did last year, they sponsored. This year they didn't sponsor. So of course I'm gonna hide it. Last year they were sponsored. This year they had to be, you know. So I was like, sharp, no problem. Don't sponsor, it's fine. So we're gonna hide
Maybe
them.
my chewing is loud in the mic.
It doesn't matter, don't worry about it. So tell me, Reshon. What was happening that day, man? You were getting calls, you were busy insulting people, you were busy frustrated. What was going on?
What happens when you restock?
When you restock?
You guys.
No, you just order and then you wait until you receive the goods. Simple.
Like the procedure. Is it tedious? Employees having to go to the inventory, customers knocking.
Yeah.
Same process.
No, but yours you're dealing with people like it.
Yeah. Technically it's the same thing. But, you know, a lot of people don't understand. I have to be the bride at that time.
Oh, you were the bride.
No,
you're getting married.
The groom or the bride, whatever.
Okay. No, you decided to choose the word bride instead of groom. So
that's because I'm
just questioning your he, they, them, whatever that is, you know.
No, I really appreciate and acknowledge that community.
Okay. You want me to leave that in?
Yeah. Why do you have to ask
that? I'm just asking.
It's something that comes from my heart.
Okay, so you are an ally of the the Gap Sprite. They had the Gap Sprite thing. You know, I passed by that thing and it was questionable. I can just, it was interesting. It was quite interesting because I was meeting a friend there and I was with a male friend of mine. So when we were passing, the guy is like, my man, I don't want to be seen here. I don't want to be seen here with a guy on top of that.
No, it's really bad for somebody to say that. You know, communities are evolving.
Stop. Yeah, no, true.
We are living in the 21st century. So we have to appreciate and acknowledge that we are built in a different way. Yeah,
that's true.
You have your own defect. You never know.
No, true.
I have mine.
Yeah.
Everybody has theirs. So why do we have to judge now?
I'm just checking if it's green.
No, you're checking if I can get turned on. But I'm not going to.
You know, there was a guy with that from that community in my class, and I know you know him because you loved him.
Who?
Because you would mention his name all the time.
Oh
yes, no, let's not say the name. Let's not say the name.
He was a friend of mine. We did debate together.
Exactly,
and he was a very good speaker.
And you loved him. And then at the time, I was, hey, I really questioned that community.
Is that going on camera?
Yeah, it's going on camera, of course. No, because let me tell you something.
Are those your sentiments?
No. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened next. So I was in, Jamaat, right? You're a Muslim, right? Oh, by the way, you never disclose that to people, but you just say it in passing, and people take it as a joke. Yeah, but you're serious about it. Yeah. You're not taking it as a joke. So like you practice and everything. Okay, that's it. So that means you know what Jamaat is and all that, right? I do. So I was with one of those Jamaats, and I went to, I think it was at Peakway.
And you quit church. I need to know why you did it.
We're gonna get everyone tells me about that. Let's not go there for now. Right. So I went to Jamaat with a group of students, and we were at Peakway at the mosque, right? So the first night we had this debate, just the kids, not like with the elders, just us sitting outside. We played football. And then I was like really against this whole idea of the LGBT, and I was like fighting and all. And then a guy at the end of the debate, like it was midnight at the end of the debate, because they can't win with me when it comes to debate. So the guy just put his hand on my shoulder and he's like, Mohammed, you should hate the sin, not the sinner. And he went to sleep. And that hit me.
It should.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what you do, It doesn't matter what you and that's the same thing and it's like, yeah, some people are like, oh, so you're calling it a sin. I'm like, no. For me, it doesn't matter what they do in their personal lives.
All right.
That is their decision. It's their body, their decision. Whatever they want to do, they can do it. It's none of my business.
When you say it has a lot of judgment, but okay.
No, it's not a judgment. Like my man Shawn, if you wanna eat pork in your house, you can eat pork in your house. Who am I to tell you Shawn cannot do this?
You're right.
Like what we are eating is halal food because I know you're Muslim too, so
the accuracy is impeccable.
So I'm just saying, like, we shouldn't be the one to judge or tell other people what they can and cannot do. Yeah, I'm against them shoving their message down my throat. Like, you don't have to come in my house and now tell me and the whole, yeah, I'm like, do your thing, I do my thing, let's just chill, I'm okay with it. I even have many friends who are from, this sounds like cliche, like, I have friends from the other side. But no, they are. But like school, I was
You're talking about some deep ass voodoo from the other side.
But yeah, but it applies to even, like when I said hate the sin, not the sin, it applies to even friends, right? So some people, I told you, even behind the scenes, we have always talked about how...
No,
we have talked about this.
I haven't.
No, we've talked about the part. Let me come to you. Let me finish.
That's why it's called behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
It's behind the scenes.
Okay, so let me just say, generally,
all right.
I've had people that say that, no, I don't support Shawn. And then I would be like, why? And then they tell me stories that we'll talk about behind the scenes. But then I say, okay, fine. I don't know whether it's true or false. But my personal experience with Shawn was not like that. So maybe he did that, maybe he didn't. But it doesn't matter to me because my relationship with you is different. What's wrong? That's why. And the thing is, it applies to even the other party. Because I have a friend of mine. Just recently, when I was speaking about that opposition leader that I just told you about recently. That I'll show you the WhatsApp conversation. And I felt really hurt because I looked up to that person. That person is a prominent person in this country. They have done a lot for this country. And not only us, a lot of people look up. When I saw that, so I sent that text, I sent the whole conversation to someone who supports that party. And I was like, Moran, can you, and that person is a friend of ours. So I said, can you look at this? A friend of ours? Yeah, ours. And then I said, can you look at this?
I'm curious as to who it was.
He's non-political, but he...
once in university, he once contested as an independent.
Yeah, I know. Because he said...
That was so bold of him.
They what?
That was so bold.
Yeah, because the guy is very clean. The guy is very clean. He doesn't like... You see, one party does shit, he leaves them. Said it back.
Why didn't you send me
the screenshots?
Did you think I was going to have a different perception?
No, because isn't you are from the other side, other party, so you will have a bias, obviously.
See, now I'm getting mad because this other side, we've been referring to that other side as the other side. Now you're saying I'm from the other side. Just say I'm from the BDP.
Yeah, no, you are from the BDP. That
the other
person
side
is from another party. So if I tell you something about the other party, obviously you will have a bias towards your party, isn't? So I wanted to send someone who has no party, so they can give me an honest opinion. And the thing is, and I even told that person, like, yeah, I know the first 4 or 5 guests are people that I know from school. So people are gonna be like, oh, and you're having people, and obviously I'm going to Muchudi on 2026 to record for Remusi, Oliver, Lebekwe, that guy, my local. So all of these are from your party. So people are gonna have this thing like, oh, when you are just with the red party there, you know, you have chosen a side and all that thing, but they don't see that I have approached the opposition, and the conversation is there for everyone to see. I'm not gonna throw that person under the bus, the opposition person, because I still look up to that person.
I don't know who's interviewing who, but are you saying the opposition members are not welcoming?
Now you're putting words in my mouth. But
question.
Let's see after the elections, because I have been promised something, because they said they are busy right now.
Okay.
So I said, okay, fine, no problem. If you're busy, it's okay. You know, but I wanted to be fair. I wanted to give.
This is somewhat a promotional act. So why would somebody who's contesting
exactly my point
turn down an opportunity like this?
Exactly my point. And
so
it had, if you look at the conversation, you'll realize why it had to do with my race.
Your race? Oh, why are people like that?
And the thing is, that individual, you know what they constantly asked? Which constituency are you registered to vote? Where are you voting? So I was a bit like, I even said, one of my replies was, I'm doing this as a non-political podcast. And if that the person from the other side is continuously asking me about voting and this and that, and then once they realize that I'm not voting in that constituency or whatnot, the conversation was dead after that. That's when I felt really hurt. Like, your only agenda was so that, am I getting votes for you? That's it. And once they realized that, okay, I'm not voting there or whatever, they decided to pull back. But then I think an hour later, I don't know what black magic or something someone did. I talked to 3 people, and I don't know who called high command or whatever happened. That opposition leader messaged me and said, like,
and then you're happy?
I was not happy. I was just a bit like, I was upset that the way I was treated, you know.
Okay, look, there's Nyash over there. It's a joke.
I'm leaving that in.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm leaving that in.
You have to leave that in.
So basically, no one can tell me that, no, why are you having your friends over? One, the first person, Cole, he was promoting his book. He's an accomplished author, award-winning. Second person, Twala, award-winning artist. So what if I happen to know him? Third person, Shawn.
Next week I'm coming. You're gonna say winning politician.
Winning politician, yeah. We'll have you in season 2. So Shawn, again, why are you having Shawn? Because yeah, he's also an accomplished politician, and you have won the primary. It's not like you are an independent candidate. You know, you are with the leading party. And what? So
shade.
So what happens if you happen to be someone I schooled with? That is irrelevant. People should not complain that I happen to know you once upon a time. That should be relevant, you know.
100%.
Yeah, and the next guest is Sabaka, who also happens to be someone that we school with, but that's irrelevant. You know, it's because of her accomplishments and whatnot that, you know, I'm doing it. And then after that, we'll see if the opposition wants to, you know. But now let's get to some hard-hitting questions that we skipped. You know, you were telling me about the journey of politics, and you're telling me how it's a calling, but we never got to get a full answer from you. So I want you to give me a brief of your political journey. Let's start from school all the way up to today.
Which school? Our school?
You know, you can start from baby school, preschool also, I don't mind.
One thing that's fascinating is that I've written a story of my life before I actually lived it. Okay, fine, there were hurdles there and there. I remember a standard 1, my teacher was Maha Trobo. She asked me what I wanted to be in class. Everybody was asked, you know, it's a random question, normal question. My answer was, I want to be president of the republic. I'm not saying I want to be...
Which class?
Grade 1.
Wow, okay. Ambitious.
Yeah. Fast forward, grade 7, the dream hadn't changed. I've never really lost traction. It has always been there. You understand? Form 3, I was a rascal then in junior school. Then Form 4...
Wait, where'd you go to junior? Bokamoso, was it?
No.
Bonington?
No.
Where?
Tamani.
Okay.
And then Form 4, Form 5, you know. I was with you.
Hey, we did a lot of shit though.
Tell me about it. We contested.
Mm.
I think that was now me maturing.
That was the first time you contested.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
I had a feeling you were a seasoned politician. Okay. I thought that you were already a president in junior.
No, I wasn't.
Because I remember you even said like, I want to be a vice president. And I was just a bit like, I mean, like, has he already been a president before?
No. It was just me knowing that I have to start somewhere. So I didn't have to go there. I just had to start there.
But why didn't you go for the big one?
For the presidency. It was the first goal. So I'm one person who believes in a hierarchical form of going up the ladder.
You could say you were scared of me, but it's fine.
What the fuck, bro? Nigga, I would have charged you. So yeah, that's what's up. And then fast forward varsity. Now that's when I get introduced to life and real politics. You understand? Then you have a feel of what politics is about.
Yeah. Now you align yourself to a real
party. University politics is,
and people start hating you for real now.
Yeah, and you can feel the aura. But I was a great guy. I mean, I've always been a great guy.
Really? Is that so? I've had contradicting things.
Everybody has that opinion. Like opinions are like assholes. Everybody has that, you know.
Let's keep it PG, my man. I'll have to bleep that.
Yeah. So I mean, varsity was I had a rough patch, but to me it was the ride of my life. I really enjoyed it. I contested 3 times, you know.
And you were the chairman of the GS26.
Yeah. I was the chairman of the GS26.
So you were leading.
I served the committee more than once. I served as a publicity secretary, and then later on, I served as a chairman.
Okay.
Yeah, contested 2 times for the committee.
So you were the one organizing the members of
everything. By then, when I was still the chairman, I then became the presidential candidate.
Oh.
Yeah, you can only tell. So that was me now introducing myself into this life of politics in a totally different aspect, totally different atmosphere.
And then let's talk about now after school.
How do we get there? This was scripted. When I began my first year, I wrote this down.
Okay.
This is how I'm gonna go. This is what I'm gonna do. I wish a nigga called Rex could be watching. The cameraman knows him.
Oh, is it?
Very tall crook.
Crook. You had to say crook. What if it's just you and me watching? You know, maybe we'll get 2 views.
Then we'll know he's a crook. Anyway, he's a good nigga. Shout out to him. Then I wrote a story. I told him this is what is gonna happen. He was there in my story. Okay. Just that he let go during the way. That's when I started this. That's why it holds so much sentimental value to me. That's because it was the start of something big, something new. When I started my dreadlocks was when I started my career.
Like then, the official political career. Like Trump going down the escalator.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So fast forward.
Why are you taking my son's name in vain, man?
Fast forward. I'm contesting for primary election.
Oh, you're like, oh yeah, but you skipped over something. Which I don't know if you want everyone to know that, but remember when you came to Muchudi and you were talking to my local politician about how you were offered this thing from the party leadership.
Oh yeah. The area councillor.
Yeah.
He's the one who motivated me. Shout out to that guy, dog. He
was retiring.
Me. He groomed me. He made me technically believe in myself in a way that maybe I didn't know I could believe in myself. Then he's like, I want you to actually, go for this. Then I agreed. Then he contested with me.
He contested with you. He told you to get inside, and then he decided to compete with you in the primaries. But he lost, obviously, right?
Yeah, it was funny. But he didn't contest because like circumstances around just pushed him to contest. You know.
How was the relationship? Did it affect the relationship afterwards?
No.
I mean, if someone like pushes you up there and then they decide to come in front of you also.
A lot of people around us wanted to cause some form of animosity. But I just, decided I'm not gonna have this affect us. I'm not gonna have this be a hindrance to whatever. I'm just gonna respect him as my brother. And
he's an elder person or
yeah, he's
our age. Oh, okay. No, I get it. There are some.
That's why I'm the youngest.
By one, I think it's because I think High Command then told, like, they probably Googled me and they're like, hey, Lawen, talk to this guy. And I was so frustrated. I talked to 2 or 3 guys and I told them about it. And those guys were like, let it be. Let it be. I get it right now, they're acting like this. There'll be a time when they'll beg you to come and talk to you. So I just kept quiet. If you see my side of the messages, I'm even like, okay, thank you for your time. And, you know, I look forward to it.
That was a cool way of operating.
Because I didn't want to overreact, because then I'll look like a bad guy. And I feel like the person, whoever read the messages and saw that they were coming off very harsh, you know. And I feel like, you know, when it comes to you being a young person, I remember that day on your launch also. You were being humble. You were like, you got up. You know, remember the MP's wife, and she came with her sister or someone, wanted to sit there. And I remember, because you were sitting there, you are a candidate, you know. And then the MP's wife decided to, so there was 1 seat for her, but there was another person with the MP's wife. And then that person was like, I don't know who told you, was it that lady who was organizing the usher? She's like, Emma Karina. And then you just got up and you're like, okay, where do I go then? you were like, okay, no problem. I'm the youngest guy. I don't mind.
I'm a kid, despite the fact that I'm contesting for somewhat such.
Like I got up, you know, I got up. I was behind you, and I got up also.
On short.
No, I was like, okay, you know what? Might as well. Like, maybe if that lady wants to sit here, but then I don't know why the lady insisted on sitting with the candidates. You know?
That's what we people with respect do.
No,
we
true.
People who have been brought up in a proper way. My childhood defines who I am. Where I come from defines who I am, over and above all. So, to me, when an elderly person comes, I just feel uncomfortable sitting down while they're standing.
Indeed,
up.
true.
It doesn't matter whether I'm or what. What matters is who are they and who am I.
But this is something we have, like, from a very young age. Because do you remember, we never sat in any office. We would stand, even when they were like, you may sit down. Yeah, take this. Even when they would tell us, no, sit down. You guys we are the only 2 guys with the black ties. You know that. We're the only 2 guys. It'll not.
There's a beep sound when I say a cuss word.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Fucking tomatoes.
I'm gonna keep that part though. So what I was saying is that, you remember Mapupelo, the actually that passed away. Even I remember we were in here. Oh, that one is for behind the scenes though. You remember, isn't it?
I remember everything.
So people think that I taught you everything you know. No, my man, it's not like that. It's not like that. We were both doing our thing. And we both did it quite well.
We did it quite well.
Quite well, yeah, you know.
If there's one nigga I miss is Tumisang, you know.
Mukatsi.
Yeah.
You know, he's from Moch. His aunt was my class teacher in primary.
Oh.
Yeah. And she passed away, sadly, this year. She passed away. Even my class teacher from senior passed away also. Mukatsi, I spoke to him, I think, when I went with Katsu to the conference, I called Mukatsi also, the same day. And he was at the farm. You know, he's an accountant, but farm life. He stays in Tlokweng, by the way. Yeah. But he's a very nice guy. Very nice. My man, that
very
guy,
humble.
He can never cheat anyone. He can never, my man. It's not in his bone. No, any cheating. Even when it comes to women, he was very loyal.
He was like me? Oh my word.
We will get to that. No, actually, now you remind me of a question. So, as Shawn, you know, you're gonna be, you know, getting, I don't want to say the exact amounts, but let me just say a rough lump sum amount. Let's say you're gonna be getting 20K. That's what goes around in my council. So I'm just gonna assume it's more than that in GCC. But let's say, for example, you're gonna be getting that. Shawn does not drink. Shawn does not smoke. So unlike
I smoke.
You don't have to. You don't have to say that.
Bring.
You don't have to say that on camera, my man.
No, I smoke.
This guy doesn't want to lie. You want me to put that in? I was going to not put that in.
I smoke.
Okay.
It's vape though.
Yeah. Okay. So Shawn does not drink. Shawn does not smoke like tobacco and stuff, you know, and he does not do any, you know, addictive habits. He doesn't have any of that, and he doesn't even chase women. He's very loyal. He doesn't chase women. He doesn't do that. So normally other politicians, so unlike other politicians, when they get into office and they get those big paychecks, they be blowing it on the clubs, drinking, smoking, and women.
This is interesting.
But you don't do either. You don't drink, you don't smoke, and you already have one woman, and that's what you want.
Which other politicians?
Let's answer my question before you ask a question.
All right.
So, where is the money gonna go? Is there a plan that Shawn has made?
Yeah. I have a team that I really need to empower, and I think I have to empower them with what I'll be having
I'm gonna sit nicely.
beforehand. No, I have to sit like this because it's something that pains me.
Really?
Yeah, what you're talking about pains me. I can sit, I can be relaxed, but when I'm talking about something like this, I have to, you know, I have a team, all right?
Okay.
A team that I need to empower. A team that is carrying me to council. You're part of it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Shout
but
out.
you're already empowered.
No, that's not true. Continue. Continue.
So I really have to see what I can do
For the team.
with the initial lump sum that I'll be getting. Yeah.
Are there any events in the works afterwards? Celebrations or maybe coordination events or, you know, brainstorming meetings?
I think the team will get to decide on that.
Yeah.
I often say I'm just the face.
Yeah, no. True.
On the poster.
There's a lot of work behind that.
The work behind is the one that deserves all the credit.
And in fact, I met some of your team the other day.
You did,
and I saw the passion that they had. That's why I think that one question which I didn't...
don't talk about that question.
Yeah.
And no, the answer.
I know the answer. I know the answer. But I saw what I saw also. But like, I mean, like, yeah, there is passion, true. Yeah. But the funny thing is, you know, they were asking me. I think I might have to remove this part, but they were asking me like, how much is he paying you to come and do this for him too? I'm like, where do you know him from? They're like, UB. I'm like, I know him before that. So I don't need to get paid
all of you were thinking each other, everybody's getting
and paid. I'm just wondering, I'm like, this is my boy right there, you know?
And then they are like, this is our boy. So you're asking the question.
Yeah, because they didn't know me. Like, they just see the skin color and they're like, oh, what is this guy doing here? Oh, yeah, no. And then I'm like, my man, you know him from UB. I know him from before that. You see, his political journey started with me. So I don't know what you mean. What is he giving you and what? Like, nah, I don't need anything from you to cover an event for you.
That's the thing, you know.
And one more thing, what I like about you, like other politicians or even it doesn't have to be right. It's okay, but excluding my village, other politicians, if I have to reach out to them, I go through so many people, you know, managers and things.
No, with me, you have to go. Yeah. I'm a person of the people.
Exactly.
I am for the people. But there's one thing you forgot. I drink a lot of Fanta. You know, the people who want to buy me Fanta and you're saying I don't drink. I drink a lot of Fanta. I don't like this thing. Like Coke now.
Oh yeah, a Fanta drinker.
I'm a Fanta drinker.
Okay.
Like on any day, I'll finish a 2-liter bottle of my own.
I want to ask you about something. Just recently in the news, we had
oh, here we go again.
We saw this 2 Chinese men.
Dog, 7 million niggas.
7 million.
I told you we gotta do that.
In this part we can't leave it. You can't say that. You can't say such things. You can't say we gotta do that, my man. We don't do that. Right now we're campaigning, but you can't be talking about
no, like put this on camera. The reason why I'm saying we gotta do that is because we're kids. We need money. You're suffering. Yeah?
Those guys got arrested.
We need to get that 7 mil.
Those guys got arrested, you know.
Get the 7 mil, we split with every youth here.
You know what I'm wondering? I like your idea though. Except the stealing part, except the illegal part. I like the idea of sharing with everyone. But here's the thing, what about the officer, the constable? Because it's constables who are on the road block. What was he thinking when he opened that bag?
Bro.
I want a 7 mil.
Bro.
Cash.
How do you even act? How do you even react?
Imagine, I know that, at a roadblock, there is constables and then there is a sergeant there. So the constable is at the car. He could have, my man, 2 bundles in the pocket.
You see, now you're a thief. You're a thief. If you was doing that as a vigilante, then I'd say, yeah, like Batman style. Have you watched Money Heist?
Yeah, of course.
Have you seen
Prison Break?
No, I haven't. I haven't given it much audience.
Man, you gotta watch Prison Break, man.
I think the story is just too sad for
my man. It's too good. It's like good cinema,
I beg to differ.
Nah.
Money Heist is the best.
That guy's brain.
Professor was the best you can ever
Professor is a baby.
I wonder how many people wrote that character.
My man, Schofield. They learned everything from Schofield. Prison Break came first. They learned things from Schofield.
Okay, I believe you.
Thank you.
You won.
I know.
Give him 2 spray paints, please.
Okay, now coming to, so we're talking about tax evasion there. Because these guys, they were carrying cash because people don't want to deposit money in the banks. And BRS has been making profits over profits, There's never been a year when they have said, we didn't make enough, So now can you imagine how much it's like going unaudited, unaccounted for? Especially these Chinese constructors.
Do you know how we can avoid that?
How? I mean, you are going in the council and this is your area.
I think to generate for the state, we have to be some sort of a tax haven. Then,
like Pigwe.
Yeah, some kind of a
Like
tax
Speedo.
haven. Yeah, like accurate.
Hmm.
Like, I often talk about direct foreign investment.
FDI.
When you lure these people in
Mm.
and you just decide, for people that maybe will be venturing into sports, 20% tax off.
Mhm.
For people that are venturing into assisting art industry, 20% off, like something like that. I'm not an economist, so I'm just gonna be haphazard with the numbers. The tax haven will actually make people compliant towards paying tax. On the other hand, they will be helping the society.
But do you think we are overtaxed? Do you think that the taxes are a bit too much?
I think money is never enough. Right now, I have a debt, a huge debt. I owe Orange $23, a huge debt.
No, I get where you are going.
And they text me $3
for the 23.
For the 20 bucks that I took from them. That's a lot. Like I could buy ghost claws and 2 knickknacks or stumble, and like I could buy a lot with that $3. So you can only imagine how I suffer as an individual because of what they're getting from me. So money is never enough.
Money is never enough.
Yeah. So if maybe we somewhat change into becoming a tax haven, people might actually have that eagerness of social corporate responsibility, then such disasters can be avoided. Because yo, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
FNB, Charles,
my man. There is not a single bank here that has made a loss. They've been making the telecom community and the banking industry have been robbing this country. Do you know how much home loans are? Like I think in billions. I forgot the report that came out.
It was a 17 billion or 70 billion. I saw.
And imagine how many houses are. And you know what's the sad part, man? And I talked to someone about this off camera once, and it's about, I want there to be a law that says no one individual can own more than 10 residential properties, because you can't make homes a business. Someone, like, I've been homeless. I know what it feels like not having a place to call home, So these industrialists we don't want to turn into America, my man. No, thank you. You know what happens in America?
I'm scared of that conversation.
Let me tell you. You know what? I know, because the big shots, they own it all. There is an individual who owns 3,000 plots in this city, the city that you are going to be making bylaws for. In this very city, there is a person that, and when the report came out, he bought the entire media station. And you know who it is, and I know who it is. We'll talk about this after. So, and I'm writing something with someone about this, But the thing is, I'm not going to publish it until.
Why are you talking about Miri?
No, not Mehe.
Why are you talking about Dume FM?
No, yes.
Why are you talking about
FM?
Even Miri is part of it.
Because you see, the reason why I don't like this concept is because in America, corporations, they own houses and they make it a business, and then they jack up the prices, and then everyone has to rent, and then you can't afford rent, so you go outside. Now, even here, that's what's happening. Imagine,
the whole of this place we are in belongs.
So imagine how unfair that is. Because now someone,
we have microphones, even though we whisper, it's audible.
Well, cut it out.
It's painful, dog. That nigga is just too big.
My man, it is. He bought the entire media company.
I know, just to silence them.
Exactly.
He will buy even you and your camera. Oh God, yeah, dude. But we really need to stop.
But that's the thing. That's why I want there to be a law that says that no one individual. Okay, if you have a lot of money, you wanna invest, go and buy CBD, my man. Go and buy those buildings.
Everything.
Yeah, buy business
everything
properties.
That you're talking about, it takes a simple political will. For us to change everything, for us to change status quo, it takes simple political will. But it seems as though the people that have the ability now, the people that are chosen now, people that are ordained the way I'm ordained, just can't seem to explore that. We are the largest population here. Let me tell you, for example, Tofik.
Hey, you know my names.
Would it be a hindrance for us to form? No, I can't say this, but I'll just say.
No, say it.
Would it be quite a hustle and a tussle for us to form a youth-based political party?
You wouldn't
recruit all youth. If, for example, we want to get Gaborone region with 5 constituencies, every youth from across everywhere comes and registers here, and then we get this 5 members of parliament in there.
Easy.
Do something.
It is a possibility.
As the youth,
it is a possibility.
I'm there for it.
You know this part we're gonna cut out next.
We are not gonna cut it out. You need to put this on camera. People need to.
You are aligned with the party and you're saying this.
I am.
This is called blasphemy in that
it's
party.
It's not blasphemy. This is not religion. I'm a kid, and I need to think.
You're talking about, like, they were even blaming your VP Slumber about this, where he wanted to start a faction in the party.
No, let's not talk about VPs and factions. I'm not talking about those people.
You're talking about youth engagement.
Me and the youth and the people that I live with. Me, sometimes I wanna.
But I hear you. I hear you. But here's the thing, né? Like, you know why? Because I was offered this thing once also. This part I will obviously remove. And they told me, if you can get 1,000 kids already, like from school days, and you are getting voted, the councillor of the area gets 300 votes.
Yeah.
So imagine if you have other people that you work with and they are also standing up on the region, all of you have more support than
after 5 years. My goal is that after 5 years, after 5 years of me in leadership, I intend to see youth in every constituency. I need to make the youth aware that this is not about me, but it's about them. We need to take over the country. It's long overdue.
It is.
I'm not saying we need to take over something. I'm saying the country. It's long overdue.
And I see it happening. I can see it happen. You know why I say this? Because I see you are already there. I see some other person who's a youth already from your party also, and I see some in the opposition. I don't care which party they support.
How to join them to beat them?
Yeah, no. You know what for me, it's not really about. They ask me why you support Shawn. He's from that party, and I'm like, look, my man, I'll show you the conversation I had with someone, and it's there. You can see it. I even say that I don't care if Shawn supports what party. I'm supporting someone that I grew up with, irrespective of what party he supports. I know him personally on a personal capacity, and I know his work. I think that's it. No, that's not here. So
I'm in here to correct every misdemeanor in here.
And there's some negatives about the party. That's not, they are there.
That's why I'm saying I'm in here to correct every misdemeanor that is in here. And I'm in here for the toughest and the most tight political reform that you can ever come across. Tell you what, you guys are coming. The youth are coming.
Actually, now, since you addressed that, I want to ask you a question. There is a person who runs an NGO called Animal Access Trust Foundation of Botswana. A very good friend of mine. Her name is Stacy. And she got in an accident with a leading member of the GCC. And
I'm not aware.
No. Hear me out. So this happened, I think, a year ago, And at the time, I spoke to her, and because we deal with the parts and stuff, and I was also part of this thing. So she told me that no one helped her because the other side, and he was from the ruling on top of that, So the other side is very powerful. So nothing they had insurance, but even that one didn't work out. So she was like, she was not assisted. So I feel like having you in there, you are saying that you are there to right the wrongs.
I'm there.
You are there to fix all of these things that have been going on. Because yes, indeed, there are negatives to the party, and I can say that to the leadership of the party to their faces. I mean, like the other day, I was talking to Judas, but I cannot say that on camera. But I was because I know how to talk to them.
It really needs to be addressed.
Because I'm not there to lick boots.
It really needs to be attended to. You should look at most of my debates.
Like with the one Yakinako, that one.
That one was not a debate.
But you are taking that guy at UDC. What happened to him? He went to be.
Those ones, man.
But that guy was a strong opposition. Let's not lie.
Which one?
That one, who was in UDC, and then they removed him, and then he went to PPF.
No, they're there, child. They're there. We're serious here.
From your constituency, I'm not that one.
That's why I'm like, we're serious here. We mean business. We are serious.
Okay.
Yeah, we are not joking.
So what about creating inclusive policies? What specific policies or initiatives do you have in mind to improve accessibility? And this is something that hits close to home, and inclusion for people with disabilities in the village ward. Because remember, even right now, the thing is we're on camera and we never, I think in the car we addressed this a little bit.
Yeah.
But we never got to the conclusion of it. You don't ask for sympathy votes. I have never seen you like certain other politicians who would push this agenda that, look, we are having a disabled person in power.
Yeah.
She raised 40K for us.
I remember.
Yeah. I'm trying to get her on this also.
I'm trying to get her to come to my constituency.
Really?
On Thursday.
On Thursday?
Yeah.
What are you doing on Thursday?
I'm launching my kids. My kids are going for elections.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll come through then.
Bro, you told me you'd be at work.
Yeah, you said it.
And you're going to that one thing.
You're asking that about tomorrow. You said tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Elections. Can they come
Thursday
already?
I can be here. Tomorrow I'm gonna be in Muchina.
Why did I think tomorrow is Thursday?
Because you thought today was Wednesday.
When is Wiki Wednesday? Back to the inclusive
Yes,
policies.
yes, policies.
The idea I have for Village Ward needs the team that I have actually. because it's one team that is going to have somewhat a drive towards my goal or towards my thinking. Let me start from the plan of just transforming the ward into looking like a true modernized place, because it is actually the only modernized place around town originally. So we really need to bring back the stature that it's supposed to have, the stature that it used to have. All right.
Do you have some bylaws in the head that you are gonna propose?
Why don't I have bylaws? Is because you know how these things are. They take quite a long time for them to actually be approved. So what I have is action. We need to act. That is why even in everything that I say, I never talk about state money or state funds, because you know how these people are. You'd come, they talk about CCP, next thing they're just busy patching potholes with sand.
And even that they will give their friend to do, and that person will eat half of the money.
They start by eating the mobilization.
Yeah.
So I want to transform the ward first by building up committees that are made up of people inside the ward. For example, I want to have forums that deal with entrepreneurship, forums that deal with matters of the vulnerable groups in society. When I talk of forums that deal with people of entrepreneurship, I'm talking about societies that are going to be aimed at focusing on street vendors, car wash owners, and all. Now we are going to be having to pop out maybe my 50 pula each and every month.
As in the constituents.
As in the constituents. Why do we pop out such amounts? It's so that we can have a reserve fund of some sort that is a security towards what we are running. If one of us now runs short of stock, they can actually go back to the society and say, please bring, then I have to patch up my things so that I can continue at a later stage. Because you know...
Hey, leaders! Boy. Yeah.
He's the incoming mayor of Gaborone.
I taught him everything he knows.
He's the incoming mayor of Gaborone.
He started his political journey with me.
Nice.
In senior.
Oh,
this
nice.
guy is crazy.
Nice.
Shabareng,
How are you?
how's it? I'm in a podcast.
You're in a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are shooting a podcast. I know you guys. I know you guys from a mile away.
We saw Central, so we're like, this one is his, you know.
Hey, no, I can spot from a mile
This
away.
man is still shooting.
Yeah, you wanna say hi?
Hey. I check a party.
Jeka Domkraha.
Alright. No, we'll see. Are you guys putting posters? You have one for Shawn.
Go all over village.
No, his were small. Why are you discriminating against
No,
him?
they were different. They were big and small.
He's got big ones and small ones.
Yeah, you should bring one big one here also.
Okay.
Now this one is a different.
This one's for Anna Mokoti, this one.
Yeah, she will fight.
No, she's not bad. She was there that day also.
I know.
At your launch.
Yeah.
Actually, now that reminds me of something. When you go for primaries, you pay 5K per candidate, right? And then I think 10K for the MPs. So you paid 5K also to get in there. And after you won the primaries, how much did they give you a budget to run for your constituency?
It's party secret. Nothing.
Party secrets are nothing. Alright, so what do we get from it? 100% of it goes to mental health awareness. I don't take money for the paints. We have sponsors for that. We don't take money for anything. It's not like if I sell this for 100 pula, then I say, no, I use 20 pula for paint. So I'm going to take 20 pula and 80 pula I'm going to donate. We don't do that.
Ali Motors is sponsor of Spray.
Yeah, all of these guys, all of them, everything you see here, sponsors, plug, you know. So
where is Ali Motors?
Of course, where am I from?
Muchudi. I'd love to see.
You were there.
Oh,
you were there. That's where
I thought I had to pretend.
You were there. And the thing is, shout out to this guy, because I remember I messaged or a call. I said we're doing a blood drive. It was the inaugural blood drive of Katling District at our place. And I wanted to have you, and I wanted to have Sabaka also. And I was talking to the wrong Sabaka on top of that. And it was at the height of the Miss Botswana thing. And I was even worried, I messaged Palesa and I messaged Sabaka, and I'm like, this Sabaka is he saying something else? And then I messaged my chief also, because Sabaka wanted to come to Atisha. And then, but we managed to, and then the Shawn decided to bring her himself.
The real Sabaka.
The real Sabaka. The one that we schooled with. And then he comes, and then they spent, I think, half a day with us.
Man. And I brought my own.
Oh yeah, and you came with your woman, and then
I
you.
miss her.
This is gonna be edited, of course.
No, don't.
So he said, like, you see this very table, like he was sitting there, like from our side, you know. He was with our local politicians. You were busy even, and I think you made some good friends from your own party.
Yeah.
Because it turns out
The
they
old
were,
men.
yeah, the old man, even the chief and everyone. Everyone was from your side actually. But that's a coincidence. It's not like I have people from just because I school with him. That's a coincidence. Okay, he decided to go where he had to go. Now, what we do is that the painting, what we're gonna make, right? We're gonna auction it at the end of the season. We're still waiting for more companies to join in.
All right.
And then we're gonna have an auction where all of the guests who made the paintings will be invited. Everyone can bid on it. We'll have other people also bidding on it. And whatever amount we make from the painting sale goes to mental health awareness.
Awesome.
But yeah, so the painting we made today, we're gonna put our initials on them, and then we're gonna put it until the season ends, and then we do an auction for this.
Mental health, bro.
And it's for mental health awareness, yeah. And remember, we are the
Tight
youth.
topic.
Yeah, we are the youth, and it affects the youth and males. My man, we are overlooked. Male mental health is quite overlooked. How many? They say men don't cry.
The first lady invited me for an event on November. We'll be discussing and dealing with these issues of mental health in line with men.
That's a very good initiative. That's a very good. I think maybe on Thursday we'll talk about this thing also with her, and then we'll see where we can take it from there.
Mental health is quite necessary.
Indeed.
I'm one person who's I'm a recovering mental
patient.
No, I'm kidding.
Guys, don't vote for him. He's mentally ill. We just got him from Sabrana today. Half day. They gave us half day. Right.
I'm going back.
So we're gonna make something that. What colors? I'm assuming red.
No, red, black, and white.
Red, black, and white. Red, black, and white. Okay.
Remove green and blue.
Alright, so we're not having
no blue.
Guys, so we're having blue today because Shawn is deciding to defect.
No blue. No
Alright,
blue.
so we're gonna have some red.
Even yellow, no yellow.
Alright, we got some reds here.
Remove this.
Yeah, we're gonna need some white and black also because actually you know racism. So you know
that's why our party has black and white.
Okay, but now I'm not white. Where's brown? Where's brown?
There's nobody who's brown.
Now I'm not voting for you. Alright, let's go. So now we're gonna start painting. Now, you said you wanted to have red as the prominent color. So put that down here. Put that down right here.
No, why are you governing me on what to do?
Unless you know how to make it, go ahead.
I was an artist.
Oh, sure, go ahead. Show us what you can do.
You don't have a stencil?
No, we don't. This is spray paint art. It's 10 minutes, you'll be done.
How?
That's why I was telling you what to do, my man. Make a circle. Make a circle. And yeah, just spray it. It doesn't have to be. It can be like this also. It doesn't have to be a proper circle. All right. This will be.
It's finished.
It's not finished. Yeah, there you go. There you see it. Okay. Good. All right. That's good. That's good. Now let's put some, and then you do it in the middle also. Huh? Now do it on top of this quickly. All right.
Oh Lord.
You did it right. Don't worry. We're gonna need.
What's that for?
This is how we make the patterns.
Oh.
But I'm gonna add some black. So this, put more color if you want also.
Colors.
Right. No. The one that we put at the bottom, right? It becomes the base layer. No. It's okay. It's okay now.
Colors.
Okay. It's good.
This is gonna sell.
It's good.
Now I wanna make patterns.
Right. So now what you do is that you put it like this with your hand and then you peel it off, right?
How?
Bon, like this. You just do this. Make sure you don't get paint on your hand, and then you do this.
Oh.
There is your pattern. Do it lightly. Don't smudge it. There you go. Now you peel it. There you go.
Oh.
There you go. That is your pattern. That is Mnindwa Planet 001 from the cosmos.
We need more paint though.
No. This is good enough.
No. We need more paint. Why are you an oppressor?
No, isn't this is gonna be now? We don't need to. The reason why we don't make a circle is because we're gonna use this. This is what is gonna make our circle. No, that part is not in. This is where we're gonna be focusing on.
Oh.
So now the next part of this is where we. Let me see which one is better. This one's better. Right. So.
Weird, I know.
I know, but people like it. You know, chicks love it apparently. I have to remove that part. So I wanna
get married.
How can you have a wife? Why you?
Yes, then why are you talking about chicks?
Oh, okay.
Oh, chicks love it.
So the first clients I had was actually girls from UB.
Oh.
and they and I didn't even ask for much, but they wanted to pay me double. And I was surprised, and they're like, no, we support the cause.
Oh.
So, you know,
Mental health. Huh?
mental health. And that's the thing, male mental health. I don't want to, because I had some females on the show, and I don't want to discourage women. I'm not saying that no, women are getting a lot of attention. No. There's a lot of activities that are just for women only. Like even the UN program they did recently.
Even Emang Basadi.
Emang Basadi is a good initiative, very good initiative. But there's also men. There's also men.
Let me do.
Yeah, but do it like, you know, and they don't put too much, or else it will become like a liquid. Yeah, there you go. Go.
I know what I'm doing, bro.
Hey, I get it. You used to repair cars back in the day. When you used to, this guy used to steal cars, spray them, and then sell them again at more time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you scrap them, you know.
Even the mileage.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I know how to decrease mileage. Just marketing my business.
You want to? Do you really want to get that on air?
Yeah, marketing my business.
Speaking of on air, you know, we're gonna let it dry for now. Speaking of on air, my man, I wanna say something that. Remember, I messaged you your debate of Miri. Was it Miri?
Yeah, Miri.
And I remember I said, like, Shawn, this is really good that at our age, you can put it there, that's fine. Just keep it out of shot. I was saying that, Shawn, at our age, as young as we are already on national news, we're already on national TV, and we are doing something, you know. I was like, at an age that we are already doing this. And what I wanted was like, I wanted more people of, not only of our age, but rather people that we grew up with.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I was talking to someone who is now apolitical, and that person is like, you think that if I became the president, I wasn't going to help you. Obviously, we were going to be helping each other. So we would be feeding into the system. You were saying that we would still be, quote unquote, corrupt, nepotist, all of that. Because if Shawn is the president of Botswana, and I call Shawn and say, Shawn, I need 1, 2, 3. Shawn and I go,
did learn.
you know, we go way back. So he was even saying that, you see, these people that you're saying they're corrupt, they were friends once. So they're just supporting each other now that they are there. So that's why he was saying that he left politics, because he felt like he was going to do the same for us, because there was no way he was going to refuse.
I'm not disputing that. But the fact of the matter is, to a certain extent, you are allowed to.
Yeah, indeed.
Because you are in the position of power and all. But Botswana matter the most.
Indeed.
The people matter the most.
Indeed,
it's the people before anything that you can ever come across.
Like the fact that we're doing this goes to the people.
If not for the people, then it's not of essence. That's one thing.
But many politicians forget that after getting in office. You're screaming, right? Yeah. So why are you scaring me? Is the numbers are there? Okay. Many politicians, they forget that.
That's because they join politics at a very later stage of their life. Oh, look at Shaba.
That's your.
Yeah, that's. Can I call it?
Yeah. Sure. That's for Anna Mokhoti.
No, that's not for Anna Mokhoti.
This is her constituency.
This is not for Anna Mokhoti. That's our car.
Are you for real?
So, if not for the people, then what is it for?
Lining their pockets.
These people have joined politics at a very later stage of their lives.
But don't you think it's unfair for the general public when these individuals get away with it?
Very much so.
And what can we do to change that? I mean, you are going into the system.
Capital punishment. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
My man, you want to last there or you want to leave today?
I think
when this goes on air, you will be already.
I think no, it can go on air. I don't mind. I say this thing sometimes jokingly, but
of course.
I mean what I say.
You mean no harm?
No, I mean harm.
Oh, you mean
people
harm?
that are bad.
Indeed, I do also. But the thing is, our society is such that they hate us for that.
So be it. If I'm gonna be hated for doing the right thing, then hate me. I don't have a problem with it.
So let's go to a quick question answer session. We do that with all the guests, where I ask you a question, you give me a brief answer, and we go to whatever is like first in your mind, right? Whatever comes up in your mind. And don't try to use your debate tactics, because I know them, so don't try and divert from the question, okay? All right, so let's start with advocating for change. How can people without disabilities become better allies for those with disabilities? How can people without disabilities become better allies for those with disabilities? Empathy. Both in politics and in real life. Yeah, that's constituency vehicle.
That's my constituency vehicle.
So as you can see, they follow you everywhere, huh?
Anti-IS agents.
All right, Mr. Shawn,
Yes, my lord.
let's do the rapid fire where we test to see what's on your mind,
All right.
and you give an answer, the first answer that comes to your mind. Okay.
No problem.
Let's start with working as a team.
All right.
You led the SRC. We led the SRC together.
Yes, sir.
And so I want to ask you, how would you describe your leadership dynamic at Naledi? Any memorable challenges or victories you can share?
Well, I think memorable challenges. I'd like to highlight the ending part of it, where now we had to face exams and all. You know,
BGCSE.
BGCSE squabbles. Yeah, you have to tackle leadership on the other side. And there was also that squabble of boot camp. You know how to juggle all of those. That was quite.
I think our year is when it started, right?
Yeah. So that was quite a hustle and a tussle on it. But as for the dynamics of the leadership, I'd like to say it was a fair challenge.
It was a challenge. Yeah. But we overcame there.
100%.
Any memories from that side, or any people that you took from there forward?
They say living for. There's a quote. It says living for. I heard it from somewhere. Let me think of it. Living for the memories we won't remember, and the people will always remember. Something like that. So as for the memories, they can be blur, but as for the people, you're here.
That's nice. I mean, we are still sitting together
That's
after
what
10
I'm
years.
like,
Yeah. Next question is about influences from school leadership. Did your role as student leader influence your decision into politics? And what is a defining moment on your path?
Well,
because remember, you're a youth leader.
Yeah, I think it really did.
Mm-hmm.
It really did, because there you'd have to put yourself in the shoes of that one individual who's looking up to you and what they expect of you, and you have to reciprocate the energy that they give you so you can help them. So basically, it really shaped the path for me into the space that I'm existing in right now. Yeah.
Okay, and then life at UB, was there anything challenging about the GS26, and was there any moment that you recall as something that was like a turning point?
It's youth against the BDP at all costs. I was in the BDP. It explains everything.
Everyone hated you.
Everybody would hate you because they would think you are with the leadership, despite anything that you do to show them that.
Were there any privileges though for being with the leadership, being with the ruling?
No.
Nothing.
There are no privileges.
Besides access to the president.
Besides, not to the president.
But the VP or someone.
Not to the VP.
Then who did you have access to?
To Tuleta House. That's where you have access.
I mean, so are you telling me that I have more access than you?
When I was in the GS26? No. I navigated my way around it. Okay. I mean, as for an ordinary student.
But I mean, obviously you had access to them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That was, I mean, you cannot say that there were no privileges.
Nah. They were there, but not to an extent that would make a puppy have wiggle its tail.
Okay, and then activism and politics. Can you walk us through some of the causes you championed at UB, or even outside of UB after you took on your political career?
You know, there was this allowance increment fight. I was one of the individuals that...
At the time, I know some people from the UDC guys, the youth wing, that were right here, just down the road.
Yeah.
That did a thing.
No. You know, people have a different narrative about that. Okay. I wish sometimes you could call the Minister of Finance to come here.
What, Peggy?
And actually share with you what actually transpired. Then
you know I know her daughters.
Yeah, I know.
You want to see the DMs?
No. Okay. Jesus.
No, we'll talk about it later though.
I wish
but she's a very nice girl. She's finishing her PhD.
Bro, what's up?
No, again, I'm saying neutral.
Bro, I don't want to talk about people's daughters and all. I'm talking
No, I'm talking about like not anything fishy. Just like
who talked casual, about fish? I'm talking about beef.
Casual, like a friend.
Well, that was one of the toughest challenges that we faced, because at the starting point of it, I was against the percentage increase that the students wanted. I suffered a lot of backlash.
Obviously.
But then when I wanted to propose something, people got me misunderstood. But you know, I got fired from the party because I was writing open letters all over media.
You got fired?
Yeah, I was threatening the Minister of Tertiary Education by then, telling him that I'm gonna decampaign him. I was that radical kid. Then, you know, fast forward, there are things that I can share on camera, you know, and then boom.
And then party leadership didn't try to say something to you or during that time?
I was fired.
No, before the firing. Is it normally they talk to you, right? Or they just said, we're number.
You should go to Weekend Post and check my posts back then. I was not joking around. I was really
So they just
fighting.
removed you straight up.
There was no chance. There was no
No
option.
disciplinary committee.
You
No,
can't.
no.
I've attended a lot of disciplinary hearings. There was one time I questioned the way of the leadership style of the party.
So they treated you like how they treated Edwin.
Who's Edwin?
You know who Edwin is?
Which one?
The one south.
Edwin Malusi, the soccer player.
No, the one who was the Minister of Health.
Minister of Health. I've never really been a health person.
I know what you are doing. I said don't do that. Okay, fine. I'm gonna let that question go.
All right.
Okay, now it's like Aladdin, you know, in the Dictator, that movie. It's like you. You're Jewish. Wait. What was the question? Do you have nuclear weapons? I can't hear you. Sorry. I go to the next question.
That's one of the best produced movies ever. Go on.
It's like
I like the part where he goes.
It's like no, don't worry, my friend. It's okay. I'm leaving that part in.
Yeah, you gotta.
Okay, now the decision to enter politics and then navigating leadership with disability. I know you don't talk about this, and I know I've brought this up for the first time. Yeah, for the first time, and that is because I have heard stories from people. And then, you know, when it comes to defending you, I can defend you to a certain extent, you know. And I'm like, look, my man, with Shawn, I never had that issue. It has never come across me. Like it never reached my eyes that was ever an inability. It was not an inability. So for someone to bring that up as a reason to hate someone, I feel like that's a very disgusting reason.
Disability is not inability.
Exactly.
If they hate me, then let them go jump off a cliff.
Exactly.
Because I can only
because that's one thing that I will be unapologetic when it comes to defending, you know.
100%.
Because I'm like, yo, my man, talk about the scams and whatnot. Yeah, fair enough, or the hustling, but you cannot say just because of the way he walks. Like that is such a low blow. Such a low blow.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, and I always have a good comeback because you have never used this empathy vote thing. So I always tell them that, okay, tell me one time when he has used that as to get empathy votes, or even him or the party.
I believe if maybe I was mentally ill, then you could have a merit of point against whatever it is that I'm trying to push.
The vetting process would have removed you 100%. Way before.
So if my mind works perfect and I'll be working in an office, sitting down, drafting policies, then what more do I have to worry?
It's not like you have to run and catch thieves.
I'm not a boxer, I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not a cop.
Exactly.
I'm not going to the
You are not stopping scams with your hands. You are stopping scams on the paper. You're making laws that are going to stop the scams.
I'm not going to the marine.
Exactly.
So you can only imagine.
Yeah. Now we are coming to the mental health part now. Now we are coming to the main crux of this, because remember we talk about the physical ability and disability.
I can't wait to see this.
It's a good reveal, don't worry. But we're gonna put a little red paint here, like a background, you know, of the sky in the space. Well, actually the space, there's no sky in the space. So we're gonna have a little bit of red in here.
I'm like, wow, I've never been to space, but I wish I could.
Yeah, no, you're gonna love it. By the way, at the end of this, you can also bid on it, and you can be like, this is my bid, this is what I'm willing to pay for it, you see? And then that becomes the opening bid.
All right.
So if you're like me, I'm gonna give $100 for this. So when the auction happens, you're gonna be there. You'll be
10,000.
No, if that means you have to pay 10,000 then.
Rubies. Naira.
So it's in pulas. So when you say like, okay, my bid.
Naira.
Yeah, at the end of the session today, you'll be like, my bid is $100. So if no one buys this, I'm buying this for $100 basically. And so when the auction happens, and you'll be there also, there's already an opening bid, like opening bid $100, and then people are gonna bid on it. And then you can bid also yourself, like, okay, I want this painting in my house, so I'm bidding 200, 300, like this. Right, now we are talking about the mental part. We have talked about the physical part, and now I want to emphasize on the mental health of males, because we are both men. We went through the journey of being hated. Because I mean, okay, not in school, we were not hated in school, but you were hated in university. You are still hated now. I mean, I still get a lot of DMs when I comment on, like, forget about posting you, even when I comment on your post, I get a lot of hate comments.
Some are hateful.
Very hateful. In fact, if you have gone to my TikTok recently, I posted about the road safety thing. And you know what people are commenting about? My race. They're like, bro doesn't know the difference between black and white. Isn't because I was telling my story with the cops. They're like, they treat you differently because you look like that. I was talking about road safety and people are like, no, you are treated differently because you are like this. Bro. My man, I'll send you, after this, I'm going to send you the screenshots. And I didn't even reply to any of them. I just said, go and watch the full video.
I never really get to reply. Because, you know, social media people are just I don't know, I don't have a time to address them, but they just exist in a world of their own. So I doubt gore nka ta go tenwa ke motho a jele phaletje a shaba ka masha na le 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Ke nna ke le go ke leng teng mo Gaborone a le ko Mapashala.
A re tswele yana. Yana, wa itse the kang ya duties of a counselor.
No, o hitile kanya mental health.
So yeah, mental health. Can we skip that with the comments and cyberbullying and whatnot?
Hey dog, these
things are painful. But and that's what happens. It affects our mental health. Not like we can't feel it. We don't see it because physically you can see an injury, but the mental injuries are not visible.
That's one of the toughest scenarios that an individual can exist in. I used to mock people. I grew up in a village, by the way.
Okay.
I used to mock people that would talk about childhood traumas.
Yeah.
And all. I never really got to understand what. Oh, by the way, I started therapy about 3 to 2 days ago.
Like going to a therapist physically or online?
Yeah, I go to a therapist physically.
Okay.
I got to understand a lot of dynamics that I actually never had to give audience to.
Simply do you go with someone or just by yourself?
No, I go but just by myself.
Okay.
I got to establish that sometimes we have a lot cooped in ourselves that we fail to even forgive ourselves for whatever it is that is happening, and then we end up taking it out in the wrong way, or we end up dealing with the situations in the wrong way. Instead of trying to talk about it, addressing it, you'd find out that well, we end up doing weird stuff as individuals. This terms, the social media, money is all I need, bro. That's
but it's a sad reality though.
It's a sad reality, and we really need to attend to this issue fast. Because if we are not going to help the men out there, then I can say the rise of
recently about the incident with Siabelo, isn't you remember that
the
one?
incident with Siabelo.
It was also mental health related.
The saddest part about it is that you'd find out the poor child was in a trance when they acted that way, because they never really had to be given audience, or they never really had to have a chance to ask for help. To everybody that might have somewhat a challenge with their mental health, I would urge them to actually deviate from this mentality of thinking that men are stones or rocks, and just seek help. It's not a problem. I'm heading towards elections, and I'm anxious. I'm all over the place.
Anxiety and ADHD.
Like, you understand, not ADHD.
Okay, that one's a girl thing for you.
Yeah.
I want to cut that.
I have psychosis and a lot of things that just are around me. So
I think this question is out of the random blue, and there is a saying that CBD oil and weed helps. Marijuana helps with coping with mental health. Would you be for legalizing it?
For legalizing marijuana? Yes, I would, but not in a way.
But I mean, it's haram, so
not in a way that you are talking about it. For commercial purposes, yes.
How do you mean? Commercial purposes means consumption at the end of the day, right?
No, not this consumption that is not clinical.
Okay, just clinical consumption.
Yeah.
So you're for that?
That's what I'm for.
You're going on record for that one?
100%.
Okay. No, that's very good.
Not the one where you do this space.
Just full disclaimer, we don't do that though.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Full disclaimer.
This space.
Don't get it wrong.
We don't. Space cakes.
I know. In our school, we used to enforce that. Remember, in the morning they would come, and we had to make sure that, we got a lot of people in trouble though. But like,
we used to eat champions at our school.
Let's not talk much about school now, because there are people who watch who are from school, and then they'll be like,
"No, we used to eat sweets we impound from."
My man, you know that the guy in the used to make rounds after school. We used to make rounds. I know. And then we caught someone once. You remember when we were making rounds in a compromising position? That person just graduated recently, and they was on the news.
Oh, I remember.
And I remember we both we were going.
How come these kids grew up before we did?
What do you mean grew up? We are I think she's the same age as us.
Grew up before we did.
Oh yeah, I think we were very naive. We were innocent. When it comes to that part, when it comes to doing all of that,
we weren't ignorant.
Rather, we were focused on something else.
Should have started gaming.
Imagine someone,
what?
No, I'm just saying. No, that means that we didn't. We didn't.
Okay.
We never did anything, and there's not a single person, there's not a single girl that can say this guy I'm not sure about you, but me, there's not a single girl from school.
There's not
Not a single
girl
one.
from Botswana.
Except
you
yours.
from school.
Yeah,
no, I mean like who'd say
Uh.
Shawn there and there and there, this and this and that.
No, but there's like for me, I'm 100% sure I can go on record and say that there's not a single girl from school that can come and say that this guy ever hit on me, this guy ever tried to touch
Even
me.
myself.
Never.
Even myself.
And that's something that I'm proud of.
But we used to have crushes.
We
you
used
remember,
to.
You remember innocent child?
I don't know what you did, but I had stories that side.
Nah, they were lying.
I know. Obviously they were lying because they were lying about me also. Because I remember there were some girls who were like, "I'm dating you," and I'm like, "My man, when did that happen?"
Like, when did we start?
Exactly.
Did you send the memo?
Because the girl would be like, "Isn't that your girl?" I'm like, "When did that happen?" I'm just getting the information as we speak.
Tell me about it.
And the good thing is, to this day, there are some that still message me, and then they're
when
like,
did you actually start dating?
"Who says I'm dating?"
No, I mean, when did you have your first?
I'm waiting for
fight?
marriage.
No, bro, tell me the truth.
Off camera, we'll talk about this.
I had my first girl.
Oh no, I was
second year.
Second year of university.
Yeah.
Oh no, university I was getting. Role of love. We were just talking about this. The role of love. As someone in the public eye, how has your personal life, especially, you mentioned your love lady and what, how have your love and relationship and influenced your work or have been impacted by your political career?
Currently, I'd say my political career has had a toll on my love life.
She told me actually when we were in the car also.
Yeah. It had a massive toll on my love life. All the
But I blame you for it though.
How?
I mean, the story that she told me, it was one incident for the thing, but we'll talk about it afterwards. But you continue.
All right. That's why I'm attending therapy.
Really?
I just felt like I couldn't juggle both sides of it and the frustrations and the anxiety and all. So it was. But I'm not saying I'm not trying to be emotionally available.
But is it like it's taking up your time or something?
Not my time. It's taking up its own time. I'm doing it for the people.
Indeed,
so
indeed.
It's my career that takes its time. I have to honor the fixtures, and sometimes you neglect the one that your heart beats for, and you just.
So you really love this person, right?
A lot.
Is it? You like? I know you mentioned you want to get married and stuff, so I look forward to that. You said that on camera. Now you change your mind.
No, I want to get married, but you have to say it on camera.
So I must remove it then.
No, put it.
Okay. Yeah, this guy is confusing. You're like, put this, don't put this.
No, put it.
Hey, I'm so biased, but like.
It's dry.
It's dry. All right. Now we're just gonna add the red, the fluorescent red. Where's the fluorescent red? This is the fluorescent red. Because your party is red again. Arijeke party.
Uzanzubilela imutswana. Uzanzubilela yi. Je kadumkraha.
Then now people are gonna start harassing me. Or hey, okay, so that's your party. Then I have to be like, I have to explain or no. I get the other side decided not to come.
Yeah.
I gave everyone equal opportunity. I'm an equal opportunity person. I'm not a one-sided person.
Where did you learn these things?
It's man, you didn't see any of my interviews.
I saw them.
Then how come you don't know how did I learn this? Because I say go and watch my interviews. Because you clearly did not.
Where did you learn this?
Self-taught.
You lying. Where did you learn it?
I'm telling you, self-taught. I was disposing of expired paints, and I discovered that paints make patterns when you peel them. Then I started to put them, and then this is part of street art. People do this on walls and stuff. I decided to do that like on this thing so that I can make it as a posters for bedrooms and stuff.
Oh.
And there's a market for this, And instead of using money for myself, I decided to put it in a better cause. These are the stars, These are the stars. What's wrong?
I'm actually admiring.
Right? Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put my initial here, you can put yours there.
Why the knife?
You have a better way to do it? Well, people always question this, like why the knife? And I'm just there like, because that's what I have. Like, what else? What would you recommend that I use? What would you recommend?
What did you write?
Initials. You can put an initial, a signature, whatever.
I'm putting a signature.
Make sure that you don't touch the wet part, or else you have to dig it a bit deep. Then we're gonna do a reveal after this. What is that language, my man?
You know.
Arabic. So Shawn can write Arabic. That is interesting. Right, so now we're gonna do the reveal. Are you ready for it?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You like what you see?
it's cute.
Right, so this is the BDP party. It's red. You know.
One.
You like what you see?
I effing love it.
And this is gonna be. So how much would you bid for it?
Because I did it, $1 million.
No. A realistic bid. The bid that you'll have to pay if no one buys it.
Because we don't have that.
Put a number on it.
Let's start at 250.
250.
BWP.
Guys, if you're a fan of Shawn, or if you're a fan of mine, or if you're a fan of art and mental health, we're gonna have the auction at the end of the season. And if you want to get this painting off of Shawn's hand, you can start bidding from 250 and up. You can DM us before the auction how much you want to bid for it. And if you feel like you're an admirer of Shawn and you want to buy it for him, you can still bid 250 and get it and give it to him. If there are no bids until the auction, then it's going to go up for auction, and whoever gets the highest bid gets to keep the painting. So yeah, there you go. This is going to stay here in the foreground while we continue our discussion. You like what you see though?
I like what I see.
Okay. Now let's end our thing with our final few thoughts. So we're done with the painting. We've talked a lot about politics, but you know, I try to be apolitical regarding this. Advocating for change, and then creating inclusive policies, support systems. Now, all of this, you can sum it up in your final appeal to voters. Why should people vote for you? Why should we vote for you, Shawn? Why? Why should we vote for Wena as Shawn as you are? Someone that is known to scam people. Why should we vote for you?
When I tell people that I'm ordained, sometimes it doesn't hit the nerve that I want it to hit. But when I tell people I'm the change they need, it tends to actually hit the nerve that I want it to hit. The reason why I should be voted in power is because I'm the conception of something big. The reason why I should be voted into power is because it's not vocal change. It's not just change.
You're giving me words that are too general. I'm gonna seem like I'm attacking you, but here's the thing, Shawn. What's your vision for the village ward, and how will you ensure that the voices of the community?
Wait for me to speak?
No, I'm attacking you here, but you have to hear this out because you're being very general. You're sounding like every other politician, so that's why I have to ask you this.
I'm gonna say a lot of things.
Okay. But you're gonna have to address specifics.
That's why I'm speaking at a lower tone.
Okay.
Because now when I change my posture and I sit properly, then you will tell that
I'm
actually changing.
I know.
Well, here I'm just giving you an info slide of why.
But go into specifics.
Why I believe I'm the change you need. Why I believe I am the individual who's here to liberate the masses. So, what we are talking about is the cries of every individual that exists in this state. The cry of unemployment, the cry that has never been attended to, the cry of existing in a state that instead of growing forward, it seems as though it's growing backward. The cry of a state that has youth in it, but the youth are undermined and looked at as if though they don't exist. We need to address issues of unemployment with immediate effect because it's a matter of urgency. Voted into power, I am the individual who is the right candidate to bring employment to Botswana of Village Ward of Gaborone City via a simple system of just lowering direct foreign investors into the state, changing the city stature into becoming an original diamond city. I take it the other day you saw a board written rebuilding the diamond city. That is because we need to bring back the stature of the diamond city into existing as a diamond city. I'm talking we need to turn the city into a construction site with immediate effect for the value chain to increase. We are not going backward no more. Forward we go.
And we want locals. We don't want these Chinese guys.
Citizen economic empowerment actually.
We don't want fronting. We don't want fronting.
We do not want anything.
Because you see these Chinese guys.
We need to empower citizens in a way that they can feel empowered. Tofik, you need to get your first million from me. Not my
No,
profession.
yeah, not like that.
Yeah.
Like properly.
Every youth out
Yeah,
there should
yeah.
get whatever empowerment that they have to get from me, simply because we are going to increase the value chain. You know, I wish people could watch most of my debates
Indeed.
and not judge me based on Horebari, Hewe Hurili, and actually listen to what I'm saying, because these are things that are living, and these are things that I want to bring back to life. I want retailing of diamond to start here in this state. That is my dream over and above all. I want to bring diamond cutting to Botswana, for Botswana, to educate Botswana on that aspect, and to make Botswana aware of the fact that they're actually the only individuals that have the power to hold a diamond and throw
Indeed.
like it's popcorn.
Indeed.
Because
and then we are sending there. Instead, we should be keeping it here. Then they can come here. They can come
We
here.
need to bring these people here, not it going there. Leader, you know, the whole team of Barcelona once came here to procure a diamond in
For
Botswana.
real. No, I know that the royal family was Harry and Meghan. They fell in love here. The ring that he put on her is from here, on top of that.
Imagine landing in an airport like that one. What's that?
Kassan.
For a state like this one, we need the state to actually take its shape, and you and me and them are the only people that can do that. The youth of today. For a better tomorrow, we have to start acting today.
No, I'm convinced, my man. I'm convinced.
I'm not trying to convince you.
No, you're not trying to convince me. But
I'm
like,
speaking from the bottom
you have
of my
addressed that, like any other politician. No, I speak to a lot of them. They give general answers, but you have given a very specific answer. You have not just said, "I will create employment." No, you go into how you're gonna do it. So I have some faith in you. I'm not gonna lie. I have some faith in you.
You trust me?
Yeah, I trust you. Of course, I trust you. I don't know about them.
You remember the denim day thingy?
The comment section is gonna be filled with people we schooled with. They'll be like, "These two."
You never chowed denim day money, for the record.
I also never chowed denim day money.
It was clean.
It was clean money that went to. What did it go to? From the safe? What did it go to though?
We don't know.
But that was, remember all the initiatives we put there. What happened? Because they didn't follow through.
Nigga, tell me.
I remember I went to school afterwards, right? And I don't see
how
anything.
many were we in Naledi?
In Naledi Senior, we were 2,000 children together, Form 4 and 5.
5 Buddha times 2,000. How much is it?
That's like almost 10,000.
Damn, bro, you charged a lot of money.
What do you mean you? And
that was split up.
And it was every term, by the way. But that was for our initiative. That's why when they said, okay, parting words. Any final thoughts or words of advice for young people aspiring to get into politics and leadership?
Your time is now. We are the chosen people. Sleep cannot help us. We need to arise and shine as the youth. I'm telling you, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, youth should take a stand. Youth should know that they are the ones that are supposed to take over this country. 2029.
2029 is still far. What about today? What about, are you not
counted all the years?
No. What about the ones who are like, right now, they're like, I wish I could be in that position that you are in.
You don't just get up and be in politics like that.
It takes.
That's why I was counting all the years.
And I believe you, because you started your journey long ago, like almost a decade ago.
Tell me about it.
And you are still not yet at the last podium.
Yo.
There are some who started with you who have given up.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
And I feel like it's sad. It's quite sad, my man.
But I am the liberator.
You are indeed. You are.
I am the one to.
So when we end the session, we take a picture with the guest for the scrapbook.
Who's the guest?
You are the guest.
Then why are you saying we?
As in we, as in you and I. I'm forward, man. Yeah, and then let's print it.
Print it from that printer.
From that printer. Why? No, don't worry.
You have a printer?
Yeah.
Let me buy it from you.
You can't afford it. It's too expensive.
Where did you get it?
I think it was a Chinese store, one of those Chinese stores.
In Bots?
In Bots, of course.
Where?
Just go to Oriental, my man. These things are there.
What?
This is from Oriental.
How much?
I think it was 500, but I gave him 400. He gave it to me.
What do you put in it?
The thermal paper, the one receipt printers they use. This one is yours, and then I'm gonna print again. You are recording again. This one is yours. I'm gonna give you an autograph. This thing is gonna be valuable one day. You're gonna be like, thank you that I have
lose
this.
things. Keep it for me.
No, one is mine. It's going in the book. This is yours. This one is mine. Here, you put your name there.
I write my full name so that people know that you know.
Yeah,
me.
no, in case you become someone influential, I sell that, and I recover my costs. The Shawn, my bad. Hey, so what happened? Can I spoke
Another
to-
one. Let's print another one.
You want another one?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm fascinated. But China get the pack, all right?
No, these people, they have things, my man. These people, if you go there, I was surprised about the things that they charge a lot of money for some things, né?
You thought this thing through, huh?
Yeah,
I
actually,
applaud you for it.
I've been doing it for a while now. But the thing is, I went viral sometime. I was on TV for this also.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, okay, I need to use this the right way.
Wow. You need to take this thing.
I think the battery is dead for this one. It's not printing.
Okay, no, it's fine. Don't worry.
So yeah, all right. So thanks, Shawn, my man, for coming through. You have always honored my requests. Let me say, you have honored every time I have given you a request to participate. You have honored my request.
You have honored mine also.
True indeed. But I was really pissed at you that day, though. You made me wait for like hours that side. During your lunch day. And I even told that guy, like, if I didn't know this guy in school, I would have long gone away. I've not even waited for ministers that long. I'm like, the only reason I'm waiting for him is because I schooled with this bitch, and I'm gonna beat him when he comes.
I froze.
No, but I did beat you though. But that was off camera, so because you need to have some self-respect in front of the kids, we can't be doing shit in front of them. But no, thanks, my man, for coming through. And I look forward to you going into Parliament one day. I look forward to you going into those houses one day.
You look forward to me becoming an individual of some stature one day.
Yeah, indeed. Just like all of our other friends. You talked about the youth going up there. I really wish I have the same goal, but there's nothing I can do about it. At least you are there trying to do something about it. Bokatso and them, when they're in those positions, I appreciate that. And the thing is, they appreciate me in return as well. We did the paper together and everything. With Bo Tumisang also. When he's doing his thing, he appreciates me, I appreciate him. And Bosebaka and them, they're also our schoolmates.
But man, I think Naledi produces dog.
My man. Like the 4 people before you, everyone there has done something.
Naledi produces.
The only people that didn't do anything is me, myself, and
my member of parliament comes from Naledi.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Not Bunse, what's his name? Bunse Munari.
Yeah.
He's from Naledi.
Yeah. Bro, Naledi Senior produces.
40 years. That school has been there for 40 years.
Yeah. Like that school really produces.
No, true indeed.
I just come to think of it. We need to do something for it.
I always do. I always do.
Me and you.
Yeah. They are always interested in having us back. I sent Sabaka there, and she honored my request. She went there because I remember when I was there in last year, I told them that I can't be the only one being called here. I want other guys who have done. I want Cole. Cole is an accomplished author. I want him to be there. I want Shawn. Shawn is a politician now. And they're like, I remember Stotsi is like, where are they? They don't call us. They don't come check on us. He's like, you're the only one that came, so we call you. Well, Shawn have not called us. So that's why I told you, Shawn, we have to go to school. And you're like, yeah, no, your school. And I'm like, what did you say? Your school? You mean our school? That's where it started.
I'm heading to site.
All right. So
thank you for having me.
We can end the session now.